Hello and welcome to AMI project. In this video, I will explain how to use our software. Starting with registering and setting up your business. First, click on the registration button to open the pop-up. Insert here the main data of your company. Accept our terms and conditions, then click on Create. A confirmation link will be emailed to you in a few minutes. Then just click on this link to activate your account. The first time you log in, a pop-up offers you to complete all of your contact information. Click on the button to go to the settings page. There, fill in all the required information. Those will appear on all your business documents. Then go to the document settings. Enter your rates, deposit parameters, and general condition here. For the general conditions, you can either attach a file or copy them in the corresponding box. Let's continue with personalization of documents. By default, this is what your documents will look like. Of course, you can set the colors to match those of your company. The next section shows the different default emails. You can customize them permanently or modify them each time when sending a document. The last parameters concern your AMI project account. Here you can buy your accesses, enter a promotion code, or reset all your data. Now that your account is all set up, we will be able to add a new client. Many options are possible, but only the name and company name are required. However, the email address is required also to send your documents electronically. We can now create a quote for this client. Add as many lines as you want in the document. Many options are possible. Test them to discover them by yourself. For the example, we will also save this quote as template. This can be useful if you want to reuse it for another client. Here is the created document. The toolbox is on the left. Send or download the PDF file. We advise you to update the status of your document. For emailing, the law requires that the customer has given his agreement. The client has not yet accepted our document. Let's send the request now. Just a single click on the link is required from your client. For this example, we'll switch the document status manually. You can see the status has changed from created to sent. This allows for new actions, and we can now specify whether the quote was signed or refused. A signed quote automatically creates a purchase order. We can now send the purchase order. This unlocks, once again, new actions, such as creating deposits on a complete invoice. The deposit uses the values we specified in the parameters, but of course you can change them, as the description that will appear on the invoice. When creating the full invoice, you can still edit its content. This allows For example, the creation of a partial invoice, or different for the original purchase order. Once the invoice has been sent, it is possible to register one or more payments. Below the toolbar, you can view collected payments, related documents, and attached files. The status of the invoice will automatically be set to unpaid if no payment has been made before the due date. The dashboard shows the main data, as well as the event history. Let's now imagine that invoice needed a correction. A sent invoice can no longer legally be modified and requires a credit note. Creating the credit note deletes all lines not affected by the correction. You can easily track all your project's history. Now, let's talk about the accounting. Go to Professional Expenses. Expenses are sorted by date and categorized. Some categories present special rules. You can create your own categories with their rules and colors. At any time, you can print or export your accounting. You can also manage your stock and recurring items on any project. Once encoded, a single click is enough to add an article to your documents. Your stock will be automatically reduced every time an item is invoiced. Finally, I will now introduce the help section. You will find the most frequently asked questions organized into categories. If you don't find the answer you are looking for, feel free to ask our technical support. We will reply as soon as possible.